Brett Atkins is referee. Let's do it. Parramatta and the Bulldogs. Another instalment right here on Fox League. And King takes the first hit up. And Parramatta hold him up on the 10-metre line. Canterbury, Marnie starts the game, obviously, as their dummy half, the former Eel. Now on Farmer City, well handled by the defence. He was very good pre-season challenge. He's earned his spot in the starting side. No question about that. Back as far as the 30-metre line. Preston, Campbell Gillard came up. Not short of the point of contact, but he put Preston down nice and quick. Burton with the first kick of the day. Got some good protection there on the wing. Russell. So certainly wound up. Not unexpected. Penasini on that charge. Now Parramatta 10 metres inside their own half, outside the stadium today. I've never seen more activity. Plenty of things set up. Now on for Morgan Harper. It's always heartwarming when you see so much of the away team walking to the ground. You know there's going to be good atmosphere. That's the case. Offahengawi in the starting side. Bounced off the first man then. Kickow got a hold of him. Lussick sends them right side. Moses bomb. Underneath it is Blake Taff. These moments in the pre-season challenge. Samiras and Parramatta manhandle him there. And there is a moment. He's lost the ball. It's going to do nothing for his confidence. Parramatta all race in. All 13 of them.
Well, there were some errors from Blake Taff in the game against the Sharks at Belmore in their final pre-season challenge trial, and it was the high ball that was a problem for him. This time he takes it, but the effort there from Bryce Cartwright, enormous. Penasini also there, but Cartwright had a couple of cracks at him. And an impressive start from the Parramatta back rower, Bryce Cartwright, a real effort area that wasn't big in his game.
Look out straight away from the scrum. Campbell Gillard playing a 5'8". He just goes battering ram roll. It puts all their playmakers right-hand side of the ruck. Brown, Moses, Gutherson, they're all right. Here's Lussick, they'll take another one in front of the posts. What an early test for the Canterbury defence here. In round number one, Lussick's ball, crash play, Sean Lane. He made it to the in goal. Is he getting up celebrating or not? No try, the call.
On the way in,
no,
he is nonplussed.
Yeah, he's shaking his head. He did an incredible job to hold the ball flat, fast pass to get to him before the defence converged on him. They were there as he took it. A little bobble, but I don't know if it touched a Bulldogs player. But he certainly didn't take it cleanly. And the way the ball came at him, it was a tough one to take. Big, tall, rangy, 6'7", Sean Lane, but still can't get to the try line.
Salmon's got a cut to the head in all of that. He's with a trainer at the moment. Good to have Sean Lane fit for the start of the year.
Sean Lane maintains possession but fails to maintain the ball, and he is held up.
Liam Kennedy
decision made
in the bunker. That's the voice you're hearing. He's already at the 10-metre line, ready to rock and roll. Parramatta to keep the pressure on here. Again, chief playmakers right-hand side. And they set it up with Offahengawi right in front of the posts. They come Moses' way. This ball offload, Cartwright. Between Cartwright and Hopgood, both players, over 50 offloads last year. Lussick to Moses on the last tackle. Kicks low for the padding. Ball is taken over the dead ball line by the Bulldogs. The target was the big Macca's padding there for Moses.
Lovely kick there from Mitchell Moses. Just splits the defenders, goes for the post, just sat up very awkwardly. Drew Hutchison, who was involved in the stop on Sean Lane, then bats the kick from Moses dead.
Grab the bucket. Hurry up. Around 8 seconds, let's go.
Referee Atkins telling Burton to get a move on there. Short drop out, nice height on it. This is a contest. Carraz had it, lost it, had another crack. Atkins has got knock on against Parramatta. They may challenge this.
Well, it was Bailey Simonson up, and they seemed to simultaneously catch the ball.
Well, challenging.
Alain,
Early challenge, Brandy, 4 minutes in.
Live decision is knock on of Parramatta first. That's why we're going to the scrum.
I think Simonson caught the ball, but then I think it was stripped out of his grasp by the Bulldogs player. Whether that,
Well, that's what they're contesting.
so Carraz is up there with him. Simonson and Carraz has got his arm around they've both got an arm around the ball.
I almost have Carraz knock on here. Just
Does he
watch the
touch-
first contact on the way down.
Yes.
This might be detected. That's straight off his arm.
Jacob
into
Carraz knocks the ball on
There we
into
go,
the
Vossi.
Parramatta
big
player. The
win.
challenge is
Big
successful.
win, Parramatta. Big win.
Scrum. Parramatta ball.
I don't know whether that's what they were challenging, but that's what's been detected.
Well, I think in the wash-up it was stripped out of him anyway. So
Yeah.
I think they win it again, even if they don't, if he doesn't get a touch on it with that right arm. But Parramatta get the result.
Alrighty, what a sight here at Combank.
Heads down.
Parramatta,
Time's back
blue and
on.
gold
Get in.
against the blue and white
get in.
of the
Billy, get in.
Bulldogs. 19
Right.
metres away. So Gutherson out of the scrum, been a bit
He's 10.
little bit underwhelming, the efforts from the two scrums in great attacking position, Parramatta so far. Off Ngawi to within 12 metres of the line. Lussick wanted to quick play the ball. Little dummy, there is Brown, well contained. The Terrier, that is Marnie, was up there on Brown, such a danger player. Now Gutherson, he's got an exceptional try-scoring record against the Bulldogs. A hat-trick and 3 doubles for Parramatta. Lussick. He's close, with 3 defenders on him. Last tackle.
Go.
How do you rate the set, Eels fans watching this? Brown's kick, a dab over the top, one hand up, Bulldogs there. Burton to clean up the scraps, he lost it. It's play on, now they lose it. The AFL of the Rugby League, it was a real mad scramble for the ball there. Fumble after fumble.
Got it, Captain.
Well, there seem to be 3 or 4 knock-ons. You're right. That wasn't a great set from the Eels.
Challenge over. Challenge over.
Not really threatening the defence at all. He bobbles it. Penasini, he might have knocked it off.
Oh, that's a pinball. It's just going wild there. Got the little flippers halfway up the board. It's all over the place there.
Well, this is the 3rd scrum feed the Eels have had down this end of the field. Let's see if they can put something a little better on than what they've done so far.
Everyone open side, Brandy.
Lock up, stay.
Leaving 15 metres unmanned on the eastern side of the ground. Brown! Jefferson was looking to explode through. Hutchison there in defence. Set restart, Parramatta. Moses it was looking to go past his opposite number. They're 10 from the line. Off Ngawi to Lussick to Brown. And this time Lane wedged between defenders. No chance of offload there. Lussick. Brown. Oh, almost lost it. Then for Hopgood. Had the arm free. Canterbury know his danger. The second phase play. Lussick. Moses, quick hands. Again, Canterbury's defence to be applauded. They're wrapping up the ball here. Crichton there with Burton. Parramatta not fighting a way through. Last tackle. Moses in position for the kick. Lussick thinking going short side. They do. And then Cartwright fashion manufactured a kick. And of all players, Viliami kick-out is the smotherer.
Well, not surprised to see Viliami kick out, come up with a play like that. Very smart footballer. Read the kick from Bryce Cartwright. Big shot. Cartwright's kick was a beauty too, and Carr's got a problem.
Big pat on the back. While you might say Parramatta's attack not at their best, but still big pat on the back for Canterbury, a team that leaked 32 points a game last year. Thorough examination of goal line defence early.
Well, 43 tackles so far the Dogs have made, only 16 to the Eels, so and they've spent much of that time down here. So confidence-boosting defensive effort there from the Bulldogs. And they've got a penalty, and they'll get themselves out of trouble.
Right on report.
Well, was it shoulder, wasn't it? Addo-Carr swung around, turned sideways into the tackle, and
Canterbury to go for touch. Let's go down to the sideline, Lara Pitt. It's nice and willing early here.
And a red-hot atmosphere and conditions as well today out here in Sydney's West, above 30 degrees, Vossi. NRL applied their heat tracker test in the middle at about 5 p.m. and all their readings came back green, so no need for drinks breaks. But a hell of a lot of defending for the Bulldogs to start this game, that's for sure.
Tell you what, Addo-Carr's not in flash shape after that challenge. He's sort of hunched over a little. Canterbury bringing both Perez and Wilson into the play on consecutive hit-ups there. They will get through plenty of work. Not a lot doing there for Marnie.
Was he looking for a penalty? I can only think that run had nothing in it. He just ran straight into the markers.
More accurately, he just walked straight into the markers.
Oh, yes, it was just better put.
And now a bomb from Burton with time. It's conventional in flight. Gufferson is underneath it. Salmon was swimming around, hoping for a drop ball. Parramatta under pressure, even though they have ball under wing here. 10 from their own line. You're watching it live on Fox League, our first Super Saturday of the season proper. Titans and Dragons to come up later tonight. Good luck to our former Fox colleague, Shane Flanagan, back in the fold in the NRL. Now off Hengawi working hard. Junior Barlow to come off the bench for Parramatta. Last tackle, Moses from inside the 40. Floats its way down to Taff. He needs to complete this run, and he does. Outside the 20. This time for Wilson. Quite a find last year. 6 tries in 11 games. There's Big Junior. Ready to go off the bench. Now Carraz. So he'll take a lot of hit-ups. He'll bust a lot of tackles, but he can also offload, as we saw last year, no less than 42 offloads from Jacob Carraz. That's sneaky good in the offloading department. Marnie now on halfway. And King it is to advance some 8 or 9 metres. An efficient set from Canterbury, having absorbed a lot of pressure through the opening 10 minutes. Burton again. Again, it's conventional flight. Gufferson underneath it. Hutchison went through early. Gufferson got past kick out.
That was a great take. It really was.
One, Joe. Joe. Second one, Joe. You got to go and get that treated.
Joe off Hengawi, bleeding out of the eye, just cut above the eye. Gutherson under pressure from Drew Hutchison, then took that magnificently. His catch before that too was good. He had to move late to make sure he got the ball on the full. So a couple of beauties so far from the King.
So Eels out of trouble. Sean Russell, good run. Has nice memories against the Bulldogs. 2 tries on debut against the Dogs back in 2021. Offload there from Cartwright for Lussick. A great advantage, halfway reached for Parramatta. Moses to run, ran a kick out, beautiful ball, away goes Penasini, back inside. Marty's cover tackle was great on Gufferson. Last tackle, Parramatta, Moses, kicks, yes, second plan, covered up, Bulldogs, Taff to be applauded. The clean-up work from the Bulldogs, very good. The attack from Parramatta, their best of the match.
Yeah, outstanding there from Mitch Moses. Just a little overs play, got a round kick out, drew in Stephen Crichton, put Penasini into space. If he looked on the outside, he had Sean Russell unmarked. Sean Russell scores. He went to the inside to Gutherson, and then Mitch Moses backs it up with a great kick. Couple of big plays from the halfback.
If you follow the stats, Penasini odds on to score a try. He's 4 from 4 in matches against the Bulldogs. Told you about Gutherson's record. Burton goes long. Did he get it in time? Wow, that was close. The buzzer, either as he kicked or a fraction after. They've ruled a fraction after. Lussick off for Hengawi. All bandaged up now. Lussick. Moses goes short again. Right there. Will the Bulldogs crack in this set? Moses, then Brown, kick again. They're going to win the race. Can they get it down in time? Morgan Harper, the newbie for the Parramatta Eels, has had a moment. Former Bulldog, former Sea Eagle, now a Parramatta Eel. He's had to fold himself up like a shirt to get it down before the dead ball line.
Yeah, they had to make all the possession and field position that they've had in the opening 10, 12 minutes of this game count, and they have through a kick from Dylan Brown and a very classy piece of play from Morgan Harper, the new signing. Ball sits up, but it's almost dead. He has to get it down in time. Taft's coming across. Hang
on!
I think he's dropped
that meat tray. There might be no meat tray here for Morgan Harper. He's got a history of winning them back at his time with Blacktown. No one won more than Morgan.
Kick mids.
They've confirmed the try, you know.
Oh, they have. Wow.
Confirmed.
Boy.
Check it.
Oh, no, easy.
Yeah,
easy. Yes. Well, that was a great angle. That showed you just how little room he had before the dead ball line, which was looming very quickly. Had to get up above his head and get it down before he got to the line, and controlled the ball well. Kick mid-set, very hard to defend. If you get the kick right, the weight of the kick right, it's almost impossible to defend. Taff almost got there, but the kick was just too good from Dylan Brown.
Since he left the Bulldogs, he's won 5 from 5, Morgan Harper. Didn't score a try in his games with Manly last year, just the 9, and here he is, game 1 for the Eels. A try scorer. Over to Moses. First kick of the day. So Parramatta, they've had the possession, they've had 65% of the ball. They've had 15 tackles inside the Bulldogs 20, and now they have a converted try on the ball.
Yeah, a lot of field position for the Parramatta Eels, and they made it count. Lovely kick.
So what we see on this replay?
Well, we saw
you see a little bobble.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's all.
Side on confirmed it, Andrew, and they would have gone through that before we even got a look at it.
Bit of bobble excitement,
yeah,
for us, Brady. It's early in the season too. So 6-0 to Parramatta. 14 minutes gone. Saturday on Fox League. If you're watching from outside of Sydney, weather is absolutely perfect. It's where we were still in summer. As Lara has reported, no drinks breaks, ground all in shade. And the Eels with Sean Lane coming back. In that recent domination, Parramatta have racked up the points. They've scored at least 30 in 3 straight games against Canterbury. Lane gets another touch. 3 away, quick play the ball, Brown. Parramatta now looking to take full advantage of any fatiguing Bulldogs after quite a hectic start. Lussick to Moses, kicking in front of Marnie. We'll be watching downtowns, won't we? Tweaks to the rules, Taft back with it for Canterbury, across field and straight in.
Well, that gets the Dogs on the front foot. That was a good run from Blake Taft. Then came centre field and gets a penalty. Some sloppy work there from the Parramatta side.
Curran coming on for his first NRL game with the Bulldogs. It's been a number of years since he had a haircut, obviously, now for Josh.
Now, they've only had 3 tackles this side of halfway, Vossi, so the Bulldogs have had no possession down here. Carraz gets them started.
Well handled by the Parramatta defence, no momentum there. Marnie. And with Taff on for Curran. It's a good signing from the Warriors, though. Gave the Warriors some tremendous value. Either as a starter or bench. That's the head clash result for Dylan Brown on that previous play. So the trainers are busy. Hutchison to Burton. Doesn't get the ball to Crichton. They've got this Lamborghini left side, haven't they? Kick out. Crichton and Addo Carr on the left side. How do they unlock that trio?
They're looking for a big sweep down this left side. Morgan Harper up quick just to keep the ball tucked in with Jamin Salmon.
Last tackle, Burton calling for it left. They go right to Hutchison. Hutchison to run it, taps ball. Carraz try to flick past and no one. Parramatta have possession. No advantage. We're all expecting left. I mean, we're just waiting for it to happen. I'm sure every Bulldogs fan watching, either here at the ground or on Fox League, they're waiting to see a left side raid from Canterbury.
Back here.
Have to wait another set.
Marcus square.
Got a shiner there now for Brown.
Go get it. Great score. Ball boy. Hold here, let's go.
Ngawe has been split, and now Brown split.
Josh,
Parramatta looking to come out of trouble. Simonson. No Micah Sivo to start the year. Eels outside there, 20.
Hold.
Now Lussick off Ngawe. And a penalty, one, you could say, for Parramatta there. They played up for it. Why not?
That's their first one. Moses, with his big kick, will find some ground, and they'll be back in Dogs territory very quickly.
Moses kicking with a touch on the eastern side of the ground. Patrons there looking into the sun. Great to see the ground, the very back rows of this boutique stadium. There's not a bad seat in the house, but every back row seat is full. It's a sellout here at Combank. Brown with the ball on for Gutherson. Not quite precision from Parramatta.
Yeah, Mitch Moses is in a bit of trouble. Vossi, he's grabbing the groin.
Okay. So not all going swimmingly for Parramatta. Brown to play it. Lussick off a quick play the ball. Hopgood turns inside. So off Ngawe. He's had a lot of touches here early. 8 hit-ups for Parramatta. Now for Brown. Brown holds it up. Gutherson weaving. Got a pass onto the lap of the try scorer, Harper. Sort of dropped it down to waist height. Last tackle. Brown takes over the kicking duties. It's in range. No offside in goal. It may have gone forward from Crichton to kick out. Yes.
Well, they got some height out there with Bryce Cartwright, but a very hard man to get over the top of is Stephen Crichton, who got his hands to the ball. He did knock it forward to Viliami kick out, but you're right, Vossi can't be offside in goal.
Off Ngawe has now gone to the bench. Barlow is into the game. Joe's stats, 8 hit-ups, 53 metres, 7 tackles. Short or long for Canterbury. They've done a bit of both today. It's the short one, great height again. This is a contest, lost there by Simonson. Canterbury win that battle. She struck that well, Burton, to get it.
That went so
13
high.
metres and higher than the posts. So now Carraz with it. 6-0 scoreline given the possession. 11 from 11 completion rate. I reckon, they've got a high tackle there. And a penalty. Canterbury would be pretty wrapped with this scoreline, that they are really contesting this one.
Yeah, the Eels have offered them nothing. You're right, Vossi. Perfect completion rate, and we know how important it is in the early part of the season. It's important right throughout the season, controlling the ball, but particularly early on. You hang on to the ball, doesn't guarantee a win, but certainly keeps you in the fight. And the Bulldogs have done well with the very little possession of field position they've had to have the scoreline only 6-0. That was a big result, that drop kick from Burton. They didn't want back-to-back sets on their line again.
5 completed sets. The opening 20 for Canterbury. His kick out. Oh, he's lost it. A tackle. They were all over him. It was a mauling-like tackle from Parramatta. What an anticlimax for Canterbury. Kick out, losing possession.
What a blow. Penasini involved. Contact made. Cartwright was there, and Penasini have forced a couple of errors from the Bulldogs, and now they compound that error from kick out with a penalty given away. Jamin Salmon.
I'll be checking the Parramatta players for a crowbar, because Kickout's hands are the size of dinner plates, and somehow they've levered the ball free there. Sideline Lara Pitt.
Both Para halves seem to be in the wars, don't they, Vossi? Dylan Brown with that left eye socket issue after a head clash, and Mitch Moses seems to be being troubled by that groin. He's just had it strapped up by the trainer after he put a kick out for touch.
Well, let's hope that groin could be serious. Like that, we'll keep our eye on Mitch Moses. You don't want him hampered.
They could even go in the shower, you know, Brett. Ask Cameron Munster. So here's Lussick. Rebuttal. Moses, quick hands again. Gutherson juggled. He did the old up the shoulder trick there. Then Gutherson on his back is Curran. Lussick. Curran was called out. Lussick wheeze for 7 metres. They're 10 away again. Gutherson, Hopgood. There's Brown. Pumps it on. Moses pull it like a knockdown. It was so hard. I mean, Wilson stopped the ball going to its intended target, but geez, you'd need incredible reflexes to catch it.
Well, he got himself wide off a scrum, Mitch Moses, and if that groin is okay, it's a good thing to use his speed just away from the ruck. And the bullet pass almost found its mark. Bailey Simonson just sticking on that left touch line, waiting for the pass. Blake Wilson gets a touch to it. But another scrum and more possession for the Eels.
We've had plenty of scrums this close to the Canterbury line. Yet they're yet to put on some sort of special play. Here's Moses. This time they spread it. Wasn't the best of balls. Penasini did well, and Canterbury move up to make the tackle. 20 away, 1 tackle into the set. Mulall's with it. There's another offloader. Got Madison coming off the bench as well. It's a dangerous Parramatta side if they click. Brown, Campbell-Gillard bounced off Marnie. Halfway through the set. Lussick, Hopgood, and need to support him, lifted up, put on his back. Well done, Canterbury. Marnie right there for the Bulldogs. Lussick, then Campbell-Gillard backs into the defence. Not often Regan has the offloads. Last tackle, Lussick, Gutherson. There's obstruction plays all over the place there. Atkins happy to go with the changeover, but there were some lost soldiers there for Parramatta in attack.
A fair bit of confusion in that set right at the start. Mitch Moses' pass hit the ground when they went to the right. Gutherson had players in front of him on the last play. Really, he couldn't kick it, couldn't run it. He just had to die with the ball. So not a great set from them, and they've been guilty of that a couple of times.
Cameron Serrano again, 22 tackles. Canterbury have defended inside their own 20. The 1 try conceded off a kick.
He's hurt his shoulder and ribs.
Joey off the shoulder.
And that's what happened when he turned his shoulder in that run. You could see the pain on Addo-Carr's face.
Well, he can run fast, but he's feeling every hit at the moment, Josh Addo-Carr. He's really hunched over out on left wing Canterbury. Simonson there. Parramatta has sent Madison on. Now Moses just pushing along for Cartwright, and well handled by the Canterbury defence on halfway. Burton it was with King. This time Hopgood quickly ball playing left to right. Madison has his first touch. Lussick, Brendan Hands to come in off the bench for Parramatta. Marlaw bounces into teammate Lane there, as well as the Canterbury defence. Last play Eels. Brown's kick, placed to the corner. Taff getting across. Wilson there. Simonson got a hand, batted back. Then Brown caught by Marnie, but the tackle count has restarted. Unbelievable pressure on Canterbury. Then the ball with Harper. 9 metres away. Harper the only try scorer of the match. Madison for Hopgood. Good low tackle there. Curran! Penalty in front of the posts. High shot over the top. Salmon, the man pinged. It's a presentation too if they want it.
While we're at it, the bloke's on the ground, you don't put your hand in their face.
Okay.
So it was Josh Curran who came up with the low shot, and that buckled Jermaine Hopgood, and off the back of that, just ducked into the tackle a bit. Not a whole lot of force from Jamin Salmon, but
History of
enough.
groin for you, Brandy, from your career, what it's like, because Moses has passed up the chance to kick here. So Gutherson's going to take over the goal kicking.
Sometimes you can twinge a groin without it being a massive problem, Vossi. Not sure exactly what Mitch Moses is feeling, but he's not 100%, you can tell.
So what about the actual kicking in general play? You know, he's such an important component.
Massive part of the game.
You know, to give up the goal kicking, where's it going to leave him if he's going to stay on the field? You've got others, of course, who can step up. And Gutherson it is to take the shot.
Well, he relies on his speed too, and if his speed's been knocked around because of that groin, it just takes away, and you're right, if he's not kicking, part of his game.
16 goals last year to Gutherson. He's got his first of this season. 8-0 scoreline, Parramatta over Canterbury. Trainer again with Moses. And he'll battle on. But he is Ginger.
Yep.
In earnest discussion with referee Atkins. 13 minutes remaining in this first half. It's been good. Battle of the great rivals.
Vossi, coming into the game, I just thought if they were around the 60% completion rate as they were in their final trial against the Sharks, the Dogs were going to struggle, and that's where they are at the moment.
Parramatta are 16 from 16 and they've had 67% of the ball. Based on those numbers, 8-0 is an outstanding result. If this was the Canterbury Bulldogs of 2023 play. You've got to believe possession will turn. The Sharks thought that last night when they were up against the Warriors.
So kick-outs off. Kurtman's on the field. Looks like Jamin Salmon's gone to the left back rower. It comes in to make that tackle. Still offloads by Hopgood.
Kick out just a couple of runs with the ball for 14 metres. Eels struggling a little in the set, following up the goal. It hasn't been anything dynamic at all, and they will have to kick. Oh, gee, that hurts. Canterbury's contained Parramatta in the 40, and on the last tackle, the grab of the leg. All clubs have been informed about it pre-season. We will be watching you like a hawk. That if you just grab the leg for no real reason, you will be penalised.
Sam Hughes and Josh Curran involved in the tackle there, and it was Matt Burton, in fact, that lifted the leg. And on last play,
Brown took the kick for touch as well. I wonder how the injury will go when it cools down at halftime as well. Moses along. Barlow's ball not good, sloppy, but picked up on the bounce by Harper. That could have been Canterbury's ball. Gutherson. Big Junior again. Runs straight through Carraz. Swatted Marnie like a fly. Now Gutherson away! Gutherson! Within centimetres of the line. He was literally the slithering eel there. Addison, Brown, double prop off the rights. Moses is right-hand side, Gutherson is left. Lussick here's his halfback. Hopgood, Moses, then across with Penasini. Defence great from Crichton. That's all Canterbury fans expect. It's all what Rugby League fans expect of the defence of Stephen Crichton.
well, after the run from Barlaw and then out of dummy half Clint Gutherson, really not much happened for the Eels on the last couple of plays. Gutherson with a bit of footwork gets Curran, beats him cold, almost gets to the try line. Big shot on Stephen Crichton there. He's done some good work defensively. Well, Penasini.
Wilson all the way in off the right wing to take that run. They've had them. They're the leading hit-up men. Wilson and Carraz, between them, have had a dozen hit-ups today. The entire forward pack has had 14.
Yeah, well, a lot of the work has come out of their own end, Andrew. That's probably not surprising.
Now Marty on with Hughes. He's a big boy. Sam Hughes did well in the pre-season challenge. Now playing his 6th NRL game. Here's a Burton special. It's singing. Gutherson on one knee.
Gee, how good's he been? Clint Gutherson with the high balls and not many. Matt Burton hasn't had the opportunity or the field position to throw many up, but Gutherson has swallowed everything.
Half-time with Yvonne, Cooper and Mal, the half-time show in just under 9 minutes. And counting down to tonight's second match here on Fox League. Dragons and Titans. Moses offloaded. That is a scything tackle by Curran. He honed in there on Cartwright. Gutherson offload. There's an offload from Hopgood back to Gutherson. Oh, and the third man in went the legs. Gutho's not happy with that. I think it was Hughes. Flashed in. Now Brown. Taff there. Curran knocked over by Madison. And Atkins saw it. He was metres away and could not ignore it.
Well, just with Parramatta, with Mitch Moses struggling, and there's no doubt he is with that groin, Clint Gutherson has stepped up his involvement. The kick from Brown, not a good one. And Madison just trampled over the top of Curran.
Oh, Ricky's not watching. Canberra. Seeing that a little bit different to the actual contact that we saw the other night on Ponga. So Canterbury now with Carraz.
His turn, hold, wait.
Just Canterbury fans sitting at the southern end. They've needed telescopes to see their team run the ball. There's no close-up action for them at all. They're feeling rather dudded. Hutchison and Burton out for Addo-Carr. Watch the contact. There's no contact on it there. He just collapses. And even then, oh yeah, wow. Well, he's playing with one arm. It's either it might be a combination of injuries for Addo-Carr. 10 metres inside the Parramatta half. A bit of jinking to be done for Kurt Mann. This is better. And it goes! Wilson! Wilson! Away! The kick! Hasty and didn't get distance on it. Now Taff has been left behind for Canterbury. But Bulldogs fire a shot, and good to see.
Yeah, down the right side. Blake Wilson in a bit of space, gets a good kick away, beats Bailey Simonson, and Dylan Brown covers things up.
So Eels turn to come out of trouble. Haven't had to do much of this today. Mind you, it meant that the kick, it meant that they didn't actually have a tackle inside the Parramatta 20. So the count remains at 3 for the Bulldogs in this first half, as opposed to 29 for Parramatta in Canterbury's 20. Here's Addo-Carr. Oh, look at that. He's just, I've heard of wooden legs. He's like he's got a wooden arm at the moment.
That right arm's just hanging, isn't it? He can't run properly.
AC joint, the report. Lara has passed up from downstairs.
Well, he'll get a needle in that at half-time. That should fix that up, if it's an AC joint.
Get us up.
Canterbury 9 metres inside their own half. There he is, the Fox. Now left arm up. He needs more help. I think he needs the needle now. Canterbury on halfway, if he is in fact going to last. Ball with Kurt Mann and then Burton. They're coming across Fox's way. Taff, Addo-Carr, cleaned up by Sean Russell. And that's going to add to his pain. Let me tell you, Addo-Carr is down for the count. Russell has slammed him into touch.
They've been very good defensively, that left side, that right side for the Parramatta Eels, Sean Russell and Will Penasini. But, well, it didn't take much to get over the top of Josh Addo-Carr there. He is someone that's been struggling for some time now. He had his hand up wanting to come off. All of a sudden the ball found him.
Trainer getting communication to the furthest point of the ground, away from the dugout. This is going to upset the apple cart for Canterbury.
Well, yeah, wing's not the position that you generally have cover for.
Good thing they signed a lot of utilities in the off-season, Brady. They got more than their fair share.
Well, they're going to have to play one of those utilities in the centres and maybe move Jacob Carraz out to the wing. But I'm sure Salmon, Kurt Mann could handle the centres.
That's a nice touch.
Play the ball, mate.
The Fox, he battles on courageously.
Hold. Wait.
Half-time
6
assessment
again, slow.
for Coach Serraldo and his team. If they are to move, like in the case of Kurt Mann, in his first grade career, has started at 7 different positions. The utility's utility, really. Cartwright and Gutherson exchange passes there. The Eels are aware they've been pretty much camped for the whole half. The northern end of Combank, that is Canterbury's end of the field. Barlow.
It's been good, Junior. Gets a pass away.
And the offload, Cartwright, little swerve. Curran fell down in back play. I don't know whether he's got a problem. He fell down in open space. I don't know whether he's groggy. He was in that tackle. Gutherson's got it back. Gutherson now, he goes at Curran again. Often you see a player just fall over in open play. Barlow on the run. Beck Jr. He's a first-round try-scoring specialist. He's scored in 2 of the last 3 years in round 1. Lassie, oh, it's too easy. Seven's missed his assignment. Cartwright scores. Seven's caught fresh air and nothing more. They've defended so well on that play they fell apart.
Well, they had the ball over the other side of halfway, the Bulldogs, but Josh Addo-Carr tackled into touch, gave Parramatta the ball. The offloading throughout that set really had the Dogs on the back foot. Junior Barlaw involved, Hopgood involved, and that one just too easy. Joey Lussick just holding the ball up, just flicking it to Bryce Cartwright. I think they were worried about Mitch Moses sweeping around the back and the outside. But Bryce Cartwright, he's had a very good half. They've been good that right side. Penasini, Cartwright, Sean Russell, outstanding for the Eels. And I guess the possession and field position, Andrew, they're 22 from 22.
Wow.
Like that is...
Round 1 in warm conditions.
It's going to be 14-0, and I guess that's a better reflection of how the game has gone so far in the opening 40.
So just to break down, unpack that 22-22, when you get a set restart, that counts as a completed set. They've had 2 of them, so it's not overly inflated by that. Same call with penalties. Well, they've had 4 legitimate penalties. So if you took all of those out, they're still 16 from 16. You know, sometimes it's very deceptive, the completed sets.
They've had 31 tackles inside the Dogs' 20. That's a lot. That's a lot of football in one half.
So Gutherson with the kicking duties ahead of Moses. Parramatta feeling good about things. 14-0, a dangerous 2 minutes coming up for Canterbury. They cannot concede any more points. They've worked too hard to concede more points before half-time.
What an impact he's made, Junior Barlaw, since coming on. Stroke of genius, Brad Arthur holding Big Junior back, starting with Offa Hengawi. Junior's been brilliant since on the field, offloading at will, as all the Eels are.
A reminder, tomorrow from 2 p.m, the UFC delivers a fight card loaded with champions, challengers, an Australian superstar in the making. UFC 299 is live and exclusive to Foxtel. Head to mainevent.com.au to order it now. Parramatta, Barlow to run back. Again, 14-0 by the numbers is not fatal for Canterbury. You know, you just got to believe possession turns, but if something happens in these last 2, heads will be down. Madison held up there. On the hit-up count for Canterbury, Max King's had 4. Only Josh Curran with 3. Every other forward just 2 hit-ups. Hughes, Salmon, Kickout, Farmer-Silly. Marnie had 2 runs. They just have not had the ball. Last tackle, Parramatta. Moses holding the face. Back for Brown. Charge down there. Crichton charged it down. Big Hughes does the roll. Comes up with a ball. And then lost it.
He looked like he scooped that up then. There's no challenge.
Clock starts. Stay in your position zone.
Crichton charged down. Oh, just a little touch on it before he scooped it up.
Let's go.
Could have easily led to something for the Bulldogs. Boy, if they snatched a try to death.
Heads in, let's go, please.
Now that chance is fading. Parramatta with the feed.
One full set. A fit Moses, a 2-point field goal before half-time is not out of the question. The leg injury, I believe, would eliminate that from possibilities. Lussick to Brown.
Jacob, let go! Hold!
Lussick, he's had a good first half. The number 9 for Parramatta. Madison on for Cartwright. Cartwright's had 5 offloads. He's got the try. He's got a tackle bust, a line break. His Supercoach points are strong. Brown to Lane. Canterbury just have to hang on. Look at the offload count. 11-0 in the first half. Cartwright. Moses, look out. Gutherson kicking. Taff's got it covered. Taff with the ball for Canterbury and finds the ground safely, and all Bulldogs fans exhale at once. Crichton there got tipped a little with a leg hold. I don't think he's too happy about all of that. Final second of the first half. Taff is hit. And there you go, the first half of the season for Parramatta and Canterbury. There's a few injuries to deal with. There's a 14-point margin to deal with for Canterbury. At half-time, 2 tries to Parramatta, and they lead Canterbury by 14 points to 0. It will appear that his afternoon is done. Carraz has moved to the wing. So Parramatta in possession to start the second half. Barlow on the run. So reshuffling in the Canterbury side. Brandy will run the eye over the 2 teams as Lane takes the hit up. First try Parramatta scored was one of their off-season recruits in Morgan Harper. Canterbury fielding no less than 7 off-season signings across their 17 today. Now for Cartwright. Very strong first half from Bryce Cartwright. Gutherson has been as good as anyone. Last tackle Parramatta, yet another completed set as the kick downfield from Brown. And Taff to bring it back. A nervous start, an early error. He's pretty much been under pressure with every single kick return.
Andrew, just as we thought with Josh Addo-Carr leaving the field, Jacob Perez has gone to the left wing to fill in for the Fox, and it's Jamin Salmon who's moved to the centres.
And versatility of Salmon. Signed as a back rower, but now finds himself game 1 for the Bulldogs in the centres. So Marnie offloading there for Curran. Surely the possession rate turns the offload count. Like Parramatta 11-0. It's Burton. Pretty much that's been his role today. Kicking high, Gutherson underneath it. He's absolutely clobbered legally.
Well, he pulled up pretty quick, didn't he? He went to step left and stepped straight into Viliami kick out, but Gutherson's been great under the high ball so far this afternoon. Couple of real testers for him. He's hobbling away. But his involvement in the game.
Oh, hello.
You 2 stood next to the ruck. Bryce, Ryan, stand next to the ruck and interfere with the marker.
There you
go.
go.
Short side.
Defence interrupters pinged by referee Atkins. What a penalty to detect 15 metres out from the line.
That was Gutherson running into Viliami kick out, and he did hobble away after that, Gutherson. They can't afford to have him hampered with injury.
Well, this is unexpected chance. Canterbury, can they make something of it? Could they, at the very least, have the ball down this end for a little while? Marnie to the left with Curran. Canterbury fans finally have some excitement about the contest. Marnie. And then man for Hutchison, they've put it down. My goodness.
There did seem to be half a chance there. And Jamin Salmon running the wrong line or getting the ball when he shouldn't have been getting it, but there did seem to be Dogs numbers on the outside, just a little skip there. They definitely had some unmarked players on the outside. Morgan Harper was there. And outside him was Bailey Simonson, but the Dogs had some players on the outside unmarked.
Let's go down to the sideline to Lara Pitt. What did you find out at half-time? Obviously, the injury to Addo Carr. He won't be back.
That's correct, Vossi. He currently has his arm in a sling in the sheds, receiving some treatment, but at the moment they're saying right AC joint. He will have scans to determine the extent of the damage there. From Parramatta, Mitch Moses and his groin, they feel he can manage it through this second half. They will see how he goes though. And obviously he's been relieved of the kicking duties. And Dylan Brown, just a cut to the eye, no major damage for him.
All right, and they're shooting for a 40-20 here. The kick from Lusek.
Oh,
It's
the
good.
beauties.
What a moment for Parramatta. They get on the front foot, high-fiving with their hooker. Well, Reid Marnie, his opposite, nailed 4 last year. Lusek lands one right now.
Oh, that's a great kick from Joey Lusek. Fantastic. Quick play the ball by Bailey Simonson. Allowed Lusek to jump out of dummy half. He put a good one in the first half. Didn't find touch, but that one does. They're on the attack, the Eels.
Oh, this is a massive set all of a sudden. Parramatta so soon in the second half. Canterbury squandered their chance. What will Parramatta do? Lusek's had a very good game. He lines up Junior Barlow there and 4 defenders. Marty, they're pointing a drop ball there. Sam Hughes. Atkins just to rub salt into the wound. Says set, restart. Brown. What a tackle by Preston. Probably saved a try. Lusek held up there by Hutchison. 14-0, 5 minutes into the second half. And Barlow there. He got back at the last moment of the tackle. Kick out, and Curran a little slow to his feet. There for Tulangi to take the run. Quick play the ball, Lusek. Caught it marker by Curran. Last tackle Parramatta. Haven't seen any of Moses in the set. He's there at first receiver now. Here he is. Moses wasn't the best of passes. His chases may be offside as a result. Canterbury got the ball. Clean take. Back to the 20. That was bad service on the last tackle.
Well, Joey Lusek was playing the ball, so I don't know who was in a dummy up. I think it was Will Penasini. But that was the kick from Mitch Moses. That's his first kick since he had that groin problem in the first half. He's bowed out of all the kicking, but that's a good sign for the Parramatta fans. Moses kicking the ball.
By the way, Parramatta not a single 40-20 kick last year, and here is Lusek getting one in round 1, the first of his career. Canterbury now with Marnie. It's an eventful start in the second half with action both 20s. And way off the mark there. Sam Hughes. He's got some presence though, hasn't he, Sam Hughes? He's definitely promising. Now Preston, their player of the year last year. Now Marnie, oh good play, on a roll, Hutchison. Bit of speed about the Bulldogs work there. Last tackle, Canterbury, Marnie, Burden to steady. He's got Crichton, he's got Carraz, the catches. Carraz is up, lost the ball. Oh, kick out was kicked and caught.
Knock on into a
He hit him in the head, I think he did. He lashed out with a boot. He's collected Tuolangi. Kick out the most concerned player on the field, it must be said. His intention was the ball. But he's probably delivered it, a blow to Tuolangi, not in the head, but he's got him in the abdominal cuts.
Losing into Para first.
Well, we've got a bit to look at.
We've cleared the Bulldogs' left side kick chases onside.
Looks like it's Carraz.
Gutherson made sure he got the point in. You can't kick a player, even if it's an accident. And Atkins' response was, we'll get to that. So we're going to watch a lot of replays before we get to that.
Yeah.
How you been, Brady?
I've been good.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Just looking to see if there's a knock on from Jacob Carraz.
Been to Vegas since I saw you last.
Yeah. You're looking good.
Yeah, thanks.
Does he touch it and then it comes off Sean Russell?
Well,
I don't.
you're the big backs. You work it out.
Well,
Could be. Could. I don't.
Jacob Carraz knocks the ball backwards. We're playing on to this point.
okay, that's good. We probably thought that originally.
There we go.
Tuolangi knocks it
In the
on.
arm, in the arm.
He does get a big
In the arm.
Asics pink boot in the arm.
Yeah.
But
Well, shin, isn't it? He's got the shin in the arm in the end. Parramatta fans netting.
Villami kicks at the ball and strikes the Parramatta player. Therefore, will be a penalty for foul play. The challenge is successful.
no intent going for the ball, but
the play's
as
gone on
Gutho
and then there's
said,
an act of foul play. Penalty against you. Yep.
you lash out with your boot and you make contact with the player. There's got to be something done about it.
Gets in the arm.
Some would be wondering,
Still got your
you
challenge.
need video intervention to confirm that. Anyway, result is reached. Parramatta penalty. They will come out of trouble. Both teams getting a little breather there. Just on Junior Barlaw's numbers, coming off the bench today, 12 hit-ups, 112 metres, 4 tackle busts,
Hold him, help
2
him, boys.
offloads.
Very good.
Continue to hold.
They may have settled on a rotation. He might be playing a lot of bench. Because Ofa Hengawa, he was pretty strong in his opening with 8 hit-ups, but not the metres that Junior has made. Now with Penasini.
Thank you, Stephen.
And although you don't take a lot out of trial form, I thought the Eels and how they presented, how they looked physically, and in particular, that man, Junior Barlow.
Sam, let go.
Not a great season last year for someone that set a standard as high as Junior, but he certainly looks fit.
Sam, get off.
Brown tackled 25 metres out. Next point's absolutely critical in this contest. Madison gave a very flat pass there, running a little outside in was Sean Lane. Lussick, quick play the ball. Brown now running the show with Moses wounded. Harper is seeking a double. Last tackle Parramatta. Brown will be the kicker. Here he is. Jig, back short side. They'll have a little raid at him. Canterbury. Jerseys come from everywhere. Kick is going to be too hard, or is it? It's set up. Canterbury, Sam Hughes. Well, how did that work? What little trick just happened there?
Oh, he's lost the ball,
It's off the
Hughes.
ball, Hughes. Parramatta will score in the corner. Russell goes over. Sam Hughes' head goes down. Every Canterbury's fan, their heads go down.
Yeah, Liam, obviously going to have to review that dead ball line.
Their Eels have the third try. We'll go back to what happened at the dead ball line because I'm none the wiser. I can't tell you what happened.
I'll tell you what happened. Bailey Simonson put a little kick in because when Dylan Brown got the ball, he looked like he was going to shoot the ball across field, but they went back down that short side to Simonson, got a great kick in. He was the only Parramatta Eel that chased it. He flicks it back into the in-goal area. Sam Hughes comes up with the ball and then a one-on-one steal. Barlow falls off the tackle. Cartwright steals the ball. They shift it out to Sean Russell. They score a try that will get them to 18 points. Cartwright, what a game he is having. The steal, the offload, quickly transferred the ball out to Sean Russell on the wing, and Moses is wrapped with what's happened.
But the dead ball play's all legit. There's no one with a foot on the dead ball line. It happened so quickly on the dead ball line. But the bunkers passed it, and Parramatta, the strippers, clean as a whistle for Cartwright. And there you have Sean Russell. Set next point's critical, 18-0.
No, hang
No.
Nah.
See, I'm saying, yes,
Dead ball line,
the
please.
dead ball line is what I'm saying. It happened so quick.
Don't kick it.
And I just
Wait.
said, are you sure Simonson isn't over the dead ball line?
Whether
That
it's
was
a-
my
We've cleared all
doubt.
aspects of play up until this point. The ball bounces in.
Where does
He's left the
Kurt
field
Mann
of
is
play.
shadowing the ball and touches his shoulder while he is standing dead in goal. Decision made.
So he's taken the ball dead. Kurt Mann, the ball touches his shoulder before Bailey Simonson knocks it back into the in-goal area. Well, you had your doubts about it.
Oh, well, only because there was feet and legs, which are normally joined, all over, over the dead ball line. And it's gone Canterbury's way.
Well, it has gone Canterbury's way, but man took it dead, so they'll have to produce something. Matt Burton will no doubt kick this short, and they need to come up with the footy. Simple as that. They desperately need to get this footy back.
Canterbury forward who's had more than 5 hit-ups today, Josh Curran. Still waiting for the possession rate to turn. Burton's got the height. He's got it perfect, and Gutherson is beyond perfect there with the catch. Flying through. The pressure is still on Canterbury. This has been a tough afternoon. It is all hard yakka for them. Brown there. Moses offload. There's 2 Guthersons. He's bobbed up on the right there. He's had 16 carries of the football, Gutherson. Barlow, great ball, flick pass, Parramatta brilliance, and rolling over. Cartwright may have got his second. Yes! Brilliant ball playing by the Parramatta forwards. That is superb to watch.
And there has been times this afternoon where they've put a lot of pressure on the men to receive the ball, but the Eels, they just haven't made mistakes. They haven't dropped the ball, even under pressure. And that was beautiful hands amongst the forwards there, involving Ryan Madison. Cartwright takes it. Cartwright's having the game of his life. What a comeback game for Cartwright. I know he played a lot of footy last year, and he looked okay, but he's looked like the old Bryce Cartwright in this one. Junior Barlaw there, off to Ryan Madison. Cartwright rolls over to get the ball down in the in-goal area. Terrific ball there from Madison. Cartwright had some work to do.
The Harvey Norman replay is sweet for Parramatta. That's a lovely, crisp exchange of passes from Parramatta. And Cartwright on the end of it. He has a double. He played all 24 games last year. He averaged 75 minutes. 7 tries was his return, but today he's had everything in his game.
Well, you know what he did last year, Vossi? Last year he seemed to just remove everything that he was good at out of his game and become a player that he'd never been before. And that was a player making those little efforts. Work on your defence. Don't miss any tackles. He really tucked the offload away last year. But what we've seen from him this afternoon, that's Bryce Cartwright circa 2016 for the Panthers.
20-0 scoreline, Lara on the sideline.
They're absolutely killing the Bulldogs with their offload game, aren't they, gentlemen? 12-0 at the moment, and that try scorer, Bryce Cartwright, with 5 of his own.
Second half possession, by the way, has not got any better. So Canterbury's had only 2 completed sets since half-time. Parramatta are 8 from 9. We tell you, possession will turn. You're going to have to wait a little longer, Canterbury fans. It's almost reached ridiculous proportions in this match. Parramatta are 31 of 33. Canterbury have had 11 completed sets and 32% of the ball. They may have to run down to Peter Wynn Score to buy a football to play, to touch it, to see what it's like.
Well, those sort of numbers, you'd think that the score would be 40.
And another touch for Gutherson up in the front line. Marnie with the tackle. Some of those tackle counts are getting up to for Canterbury right now. Marnie 33 for the afternoon. Preston's had 29. Salmon's had 27. And a change over on the last. That's a sad sight. The Fox at the end of the tunnel. Right arm in a sling. Not what you wanted to see from one of your star men.
I can't remember seeing a tackle count so lopsided. The Dogs have made 251 tackles, 118 to the Parramatta Eels.
Running metres, Parramatta are 1,060. Canterbury yet to get over 500. They are 8 metres inside the Eels half now. Kurt Mann up in the front there. Almost lost it above his head. And well to hang on to it. Marnie on with Burton. Kick to the corner. Carraz will chase. The bounce. The bounce is up. It's anyone's. Taken dead by Penasini. Gee, they need some ball. They have to get this long drop out. Their hearts will be broken if Parramatta go short and regather.
Yeah, the ball bounced over the head of Sean Russell there. Half a chance for the Bulldogs. Had some chase on the back of that Matt Burton kick. Decided not to wait for the last. Kick on tackle 4.
Let's go, mate.
And as outrageous as those stats are, as Gutherson puts up a good one that might have gone too deep.
It's knocked back by Wilson. Parramatta then lost it.
I got lost
Parramatta
it
knock
forward,
off.
and then it hits the dog and goes that way. Got a loose carry. Parra knock on.
Well, he had a chance there just to fall on the ball, Will Penasini.
Knock on.
Came off Blake Wilson. Ball bounces.
Matt.
So they get the ball, Canterbury.
20 seconds.
Scrum, 30 metres out. Yeah, there's your lopsided numbers. Boy, oh boy, what about the tackle? The tackle inside the opposition's 20.
It's ridiculous. But the Dogs score a try. It's 20-6. Like they're back in it. That's 20 points isn't that much if they get some possession.
Burton for Raz. Oh, and then collared by Moses, who gives him a little pat. That's all okay. It's going to hurt him, but still penalty.
There is a mile of time left.
Moses got his teammate Tuolangi coming in as well.
Hold.
Canterbury with Crichton. Kick out. Can they set something up on their left, which is now minus Addo-Carr, but that's where Burton
Mark square.
will kick out, where Crichton, and now Carraz is stationed. Marnie for Man. Man for Taff. Taff doesn't pass to Preston. That was all in slow motion. They're 10 away. Parramatta slow to play the ball down. Preston, run off. Down there by Big Junior. All over Jacob Preston. Marnie on for Curran. Runs at Lussick there. And held up over the top by Madison and Gutherson. Right underneath the crossbar. Marnie clears the ruck well. Hutchison dummy caught. Nothing doing Canterbury. Last tackle. Who can unlock this attack? Marty, a kick. He goes through the legs. It's out the corner. Back they go. Another line drop out. It's a result if they get the ball.
Well, at least they're down this end. At least they're going to spend some time down this end. Marnie kicked. How it evaded any of those Parramatta. There was 6 Parramatta legs that went through there. Bailey Simonson cleans it up.
Changes in the side. Hopgood, Campbell Gillard out there for Parramatta. So double change with Barlow and Madison off. The short drop out again. They're nailing these today, both sides, and Wilson put it down. Wilson loses it. Again, Canterbury fans in dismay. Can they force a Parramatta mistake? Only 3 errors by the Eels in the entire match. Campbell Gillard back on and back into his hustle. 9th hit up of the day. Barlow, by the way, finished up 14 hit ups, 134 metres, 4 tackle busts, a couple of offloads, 11 tackles. Here's Brown. If you missed earlier, Moses, a groin injury, has taken himself out of the play. He's still out there, but not goal kicking, not general play kicking, not running. But no, he's playing a commander's role.
He is. He's just managing himself through the game, Vossi, but there's no doubt that he's still in some discomfort.
Brown and kick out. There was a noise there and the collision. Maybe a clash of legs. I don't know. I'm worried about Viliami here.
He runs through the legs. Dangerous action on the kicker.
So dangerous action on the kicker, but I reckon Kickout might have ended the worst up. Brown's okay. And Kickout is penalised.
Can you tell where was the impact on Kickout?
Well, just the noise of the contact. penalty at 20-0. They're obviously going to keep the attack on.
Billy's on report.
He's on report. I think he's more concerned with his orchestra stalls at the moment, to be honest.
Right, okay.
The report's the least of his worries. His little mates are a little sore. He is very ginger in jogging back to the defensive line. Parramatta on the cusp here with 21 to go. They're really taking complete control. They're 5 from the line. Lusick, dummy, there's Campbell Gillard. Almost spinning his way over the line. Hopgood ended up on the ground. Lusick and Dylan Brown, Moses and Brown combining. Gutherson there. The Canterbury defender in Burton was knocked down. As Penasini ran into him. No penalty coming. Penasini to dummy half. Moses for Hopgood. Brushed away from Marnie. Again, not Parramatta's best set. They've had plenty down inside the 20. Lusick to Gutherson. Dummy from Gutherson into Burton. Canterbury's defence holds up to tackle number 5. 20-0, 20 to go. Lusick, Moses, outside middle flat, off the leg of Curran. He's blocked it, he's got it.
Get off, Joey!
Curran keeps the Dogs in the contest and Moses limps out of the play.
Yeah, that didn't look good, did he? He sort of kept himself at bay, Mitch Moses, but thought he'd take them on. Little grubber, overstretched there a bit after he missed the ball and sort of hobbled back into the defensive line.
So whose call is it? A 20-0? Is it Moses or is it medical staff? Like, do you bring him off with 20 to go?
Well, I think it'd be his call, Fossey. It'd be Moses' call to... It gets that bad that he just can't operate, but he looks pretty close to that point now.
No football at all for Brendan Hands today. Nice long kick. Back will go Sean Russell. He's with it from his own in-goal zone. Canterbury chasing hard. Marnie has cannoned out of the collision. He's down, Marnie. They sprinted as hard as they could. Spirit by the bucket load on show there on that kick chase from Canterbury. Like, that wasn't just 2 or 3, that was 8 or 9.
Yeah, Russell back to centre field there and turns side on. Moses, he collides there with Marnie. He's all right. Reed Marnie's up.
Got down there. It was Moran.
Kick
Marnie
out was there.
Enjoyed a moment. His 21st birthday was the opening of this stadium when the Eels played the Tigers and he scored a try on that day. It's some sort of 21st. Parramatta with the ball. Morgan Harper. Parramatta getting into trouble. That's a really tough run by Hopgood.
He makes a habit of those runs, doesn't he, Jermaine Hopgood? The tough runs.
Got into the Origin conversation last year, was part of the squad game 3. Cross to Russell or Penasini. Crichton got up a little slow off that last challenge.
Penasini got on the outside then.
Crichton's right arm seems to have gone dead here for Canterbury. Long ball. Wilson is over there. Got a sideways bounce. Wilson bringing it back for Canterbury and then almost a shepherd play. Campbell Gillard got him there. Crichton's in trouble. More woes for Canterbury.
Yeah, I just saw Moses pull up after that kick too. If I was Brad Arthur, I'd take Moses off. I'd put him on ice.
King on that run for Canterbury.
Jermaine Wilston!
Over inside their own half, the Bulldogs still without a point. They'll open the new season. Hutchison, Curran, but you know, if you are joining our coverage in the second half, there's been nothing to assess really about their attack with so little possession. Here's Hutchison. They've had only the one line break.
Well, they've only had 6 sets this half. The second half, they've been able to get through 6 sets. That's all.
Marty's bomb. Jefferson with it. Canterbury there. With Jamin Salmon, who got shifted from lock to centre for the start of the second half with that O'Carr off the field. Simonson on that run for Parramatta. Tigers and Dragons to come up after this one tonight on this first Saturday of the season proper. Now Campbell-Gillard marches up over the 30-metre line. Then Hopgood has put the offloads away today. He's had just a couple. Jermaine Hopgood still accumulated those Supercoach points with 13 hit up. Oh, and then Moses got a kick in. That hurt. King got up in his face and straight away he went clutching the groin. Moses, but he soldiers on. There he is, marshalling the troops. Carraz on the run back. Thrown back. There was the jolting collision with King.
Well, that was Penasini again. Penasini, Cartwright, Tuolangi, who's down this side of the field as well, coming up with some big defence today.
16 minutes to go. We told you at the top, Parramatta the last 3 times they've played Canterbury, they've scored 30 or more. That is still in the equation, or possible. Gutherson brings it back. 21st carry for the day for Clint Gutherson. Eels 30 away from their own line. Hasn't been easy being a Bulldog supporter these last few years. They're waiting for their attack to click. There's parts there, but can they make the parts, put them together and make them work? Ball turned over there. A tip on from Crichton. Officials say knocked back. Carraz back in field. Throws what I would only describe as a flick pass dummy. 20 away from the Parramatta line. Burton. Kick out. Where there's life, there's hope. 20-0, 15 to go. Now down to the Tuolangi tackle. Marnie. Kurt Mann. Hutchison across field. Taff into the play. On the end of it, Wilson. Bulldogs have got their first of 2024. Canterbury make Parramatta pay for a mistake. 15 to go. Have they got it in them to come up with another one?
Well, if they kick the goal, it's 20-6, Andrew. There's plenty of time left. Penasini has been good this afternoon, but just not watching the ball. Turns it over, and a couple of times they've gone to the edges, and the execution hasn't been great, but they got it right this time. Like Taff out the back just gives Wilson enough space down that right edge. They're backpedaling the Parra defence and just too much room for Blake Wilson. And we've seen crazier things happen.
It can happen at the bottom.
Well,
it can happen.
14 minutes. If they nearly have to keep the ball away from Parramatta. So if they can control possession, force a couple of errors, be very good in what they do, take a risk here and there, well, you never know.
Through the new recruits there. Mann to Hutchison to Taff, and Wilson on the end of it. Of course, you've got to chase them down in 6s, not 4s. So Burton, he was really good last year with the boot. Only missed 11 kicks. There he is, his first, and he's pushed it off to the side. That won't help. 20 points to 4. Parramatta over Canterbury.
And a 29,171 strong crowd, gentlemen, to see this. The largest regular season crowd, they're telling us here at CommBank Stadium. A wonderful advertisement for the game to open the 2024 Premiership for Parramatta and the Bulldogs. Josh Adokar up on his feet, enjoying that moment here on the sideline to see his side get across the try line and get themselves within a hope of this game. Don't forget, experience Australia's greatest sporting rivalry as Origin kicks off on Wednesday, the 5th of June at Accor Stadium in Sydney. Secure your seats today by heading to nrl.com/tickets.
Parramatta go long from the kick-off. 16 points is the difference, 13 and a half to go. Oh, Joe King ran and bounded away from Campbell-Gillard there. Nothing wrong with the intensity of the contest. Carraz, 15th run for him. This was the hit-up run you see in the replay box there of King. A couple of front rowers head on. Now Burton. Curtis Moran Again, Campbell Gillard come flying up, and I suppose it goes down as a miss, both tackles that he's had a crack at. Ball with Kurt Mann. Let's play Canterbury. Away for Hutchison. And Hutchison has taken it over the sideline. I know one observation, and it's going to come into the conversation, and I know possession has not favoured Canterbury, but when you've got Stephen Crichton, you've got to find a way to bring him into the game, and 4 touches of the ball through, 68 minutes ain't going to cut it.
No, it's not enough, is it? It's not enough. He's had to go looking for the ball as well. Very, very few times have they shifted down the left-hand side. And a shift which involves all 3 players, Burton, Kickow, Stephen Crichton. Just hasn't happened.
Kickow's had 4 touches. Crichton's had 4 touches.
Yes. Well, they've had enough possession to use it more than they have. Use those 3 players more than they have.
Parramatta making another mistake. Well, they paid for the last one. Hopgood's dropped it. I still can't get the analogy out of my head with Canterbury's attack. They've got lots of sports cars, but they drive on a dirt road. There's something's not right with, and it's now emphasised here. So Kickow 4 hit-ups. Crichton's had 4. Adokar was injured today. Burton's only had 2 runs of the footy. There's no numbers getting you excited around their attack.
Yeah, I'm not convinced that this is the finished product and this is their best lineup.
Now Taff off Burton. Well, they're in position. They've got 11 to go. They can get it back to 10, the difference, going into the last 10 if they score in this set. Crichton there for King. Crichton thought he was, he did play 5'8", didn't he, in the off-season. The Pacific Championship. Now Marnie and Kurt Mann. Hutchison for Curran. Curran up to that red stripe, the 20-metre line. Bulldogs. Marnie was appealing for a penalty. Kurt Mann is heavily involved and trapped.
Moses was up quick. Moses up very quick to cut that off.
Golden Hands was the defender. Now Moran. So nothing of great adventure from Canterbury. Last tackle, 11 metres away from the line. They're set on the left. They've got a chance to run it. Manda Hutchison goes to Kickow. Kickow offloads. Now it's happened. That's what they wanted to see. They set it up. Kickow goes through the front door, offloads to the man. Crichton, Canterbury. There is a pulse.
Well, they've taken their time. Hutchison just hits Kickow flat. He drags a couple of Parramatta defenders through the line. One of them was Will Penasini, who's been very good in that department this afternoon. But this just hasn't happened enough for the Dogs. Great pass. Crichton receives it, gets into the corner. They kick this. It's 20-10.
It's a hallelujah moment for Canterbury fans. At 20 points to 8. Crichton, 56 tries in 100 games for Penrith, 4 of them in grand finals. Now 1 from 1 in the blue and white of Canterbury. They need Burton to kick it.
Desperately.
He's got it from out wide again. Just a metre in from touch. Mind you, if he misses, it's still game on. Canterbury and Parramatta. Bulldogs fans riding this one. Burton, he's not going to slice it in. He's none from 2. It's 20-8. The Harvey Norman replay, I reckon, excites every Canterbury fan.
Well, he went through a couple there and did enough to offload. Great pass out to Stephen Crichton. We were only just saying that it just hadn't happened enough. And on cue, Kickow and Crichton deliver for the Dogs. Eels errors, and they've, it's very hard to be critical of the Eels, but they've turned the ball over the last couple of times and offered chances, and the Dogs have been good enough to capitalise. They've been good enough to come up with tries.
2 tries off errors when Parramatta have completed it 90% today. All of this, we've got Mal and Cooper to talk about this on Super Saturday. We've got NRL 360 back Monday to Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time as well. All the big issues covered right here on Fox League. But into the last 8.5 minutes we go. 12 the difference. Wilson, nice stepping there. Gets them outside the 20. Bulldogs are saying, go left, do it again. Morin, nice short pass there. Hutchison held up outside the 30. Yes, they're going left. Mando props off the left. Now they want to see more from Burton. 10 inside their own half. Marnie to Hutchison, along to Curran. Curran offload, back to Hutchison. Will he spread it? No, he won't. He'll cop the tackle on halfway. Last it is for Canterbury.
Need an error. Need a Matt Burton spiral. Force the error.
Well, he's got it. It's not a spiral. It'll go down to Gutherson. He's caught all of these. No commentators curse, although he then half-pie did the splits.
Is he right?
Our pointing. His legs stretched in an unusual way there. Russell on the run back. Can lightning strike 3 times with an error? Parramatta. Simonson on the run.
Josh, get out! Tackle 3, Reed, come back to 10. Don't pull him out of there.
Well, that's an interesting
Time
one.
back on,
Marnie
3.
given passage to get back out of the ruck. Ball there with Lane for Parramatta.
Stand cut! Back
Doesn't
here,
appear to be a whole
hold.
lot of energy in this set from Parramatta. Not time to put the cue in the rack. Hopgood changes that with a nice offload. Ends up with Offahen Gowe. Had many minutes off the field.
Nothing like Max.
Back away for Moses to kick. Again, very stiff-legged. Taff underneath it. From his own goal line. Parramatta's chasers are there.
Surrender!
Taff's going nowhere.
Boy, that was a good kick from Mitch Moses. Round halfway, landed it right on the try line.
Titans Dragons still to come tonight. Taff cramping up for Canterbury. They've got a lot of real estate to cover in this set.
They can't afford to play cramp. They need everyone on board.
Release!
Ed O'Carr out of the game with a shoulder injury. Here is Crichton. Run, but a one-out carry.
Back here. Hold.
Wilson's coming again from the right wing and said to Reed, Marnie, I got this. Down of dummy half. He only makes 4 metres. Counts as a 17th run for Blake Wilson. Last tackle. Gee, they needed more that set.
Well, they've got to get in a bit of shape, Andrew. They've got to move the ball. They've got to come up with tries. There's 6 minutes left. No one was set out to the right-hand side. A shift, and even if they don't make a bust, at least they move the defence around. That was a dull set from a side that needs a try desperately.
The right winger coming to the left, pushing the dummy half out of the way to take a 5-metre carry on play 5.
Because the Eels were short out to their left. All that needed was 2 good passes, and they make a lot of ground, or they make a break.
Harper held up for Parramatta. 5.5 to go. It's really almost last chance saloon. Canterbury need to score on their next set if they're to maintain this this slim hope. Hands, Marlaw over the top when kick out. Marnie down low, 45th tackle. He may get 50 today. Moses kicking right to the corner. It's a kick for the moment, isn't it? For the management of the match from Moses.
He would have rather have kept it in the field of play, but it just gives the Dogs an option to go centre field.
You talk about shape. There's nothing on play 1 for Canterbury.
They've got to be able to move the ball from their own end. This is where this is the second set coming out of trouble. They can't do this.
Just some team news on our next match. Titans Dragons. Kieran Foran ruled out for the Titans. Canterbury. Marnie was playing a little ducks and drakes there. Back to the 20-metre line. Wanted a penalty. Never short of a chat. Curran. It's a flat line though. Man with it. Crossfield. Missed tackle, and a man pokes his nose through. Brennan in support. Lungy left behind badly for Parramatta. Now with man goes for 15 metres, didn't spread it. If they go right now, it's 1 tackle too late. Last tackle, Marnie, Morin, Hutchison, right to the line. Taff holds it up. Now the ball is Salmon. Wilson's put it down. Now it's a chase with only Curran as cover. Parramatta are on their way to 2 competition points. Simonson scores, makes a phone call in the process. And the Eels are home. It may be checked, but it's off the back of a Bulldogs error.
Well, they went 1 play too late. Why didn't they go right when they made a little bust. Kurt Mann made the bust. He linked with Burton, but they ended up having a hit up. There was a chance here. There was a chance, but they waited one tackle too long to pass it out to the right. The ball bounced up. Morgan Harper back into Bailey Simonson. No one's quick enough to stop him. And that's it.
There's a tackle on Taff that they may have to inspect. That is the only part of bunker review. No try is confirmed. They're fine with a challenge on Taff. Parramatta are home for the Bickies here at Combank. Man.
Well, they were a slim chance, the Bulldogs, but they just didn't offer enough. They got themselves back into the game, 20-8, needed a try. Disappointing what they offered, the shape, the lack of shape that they offered any of the ball players. Simonson finishes things off for the Eels in fine style.
So Parramatta going to open with a win. This, in fact, was the 8th time these two clubs had met in the opening round of a season. It will now stand at 4-4, the record. Over to Gutherson, who's been very solid. Some big numbers. To take over the goal kicking from Mitchell Moses. He's had 23 carries for 166 metres, and he's pretty much caught everything that's gone his way today.
He has been brilliant.
Including one Burton spiral. Titans, Dragons, Brandy. What are you tipping? I reckon Flanagan can have instant impact. It's a clash of two coaches back in the fold. Hasler v Flanagan.
Well, that's right. And I thought all summer that Desi would have the Titans ready to go, especially early season. Des Hasler, new club. Couldn't get I don't think either club. They got perfect. They're perfect coaches. Flanagan, Dragons, perfect. Desi, Titans, love it. It'll be a close one, Andrews. Very close.
Live and exclusive on Fox League. The Titans and the Dragons here on this Saturday night. Parramatta feeling good now. 18 in the margin. 2 and a bit to go. Incredibly, Moses, no putting in cotton wool. He's going to play the full 80. And a good portion of that has been with the groin injury. There he is, Mitchell Moses. We'll learn more about that. You'll hear that in our post-match, and maybe after our second game tonight we'll have the full injury call on Mitchell Moses. Addo Carnews to come through as well, although Lara said earlier scans are required to find the extent of the problem. Here's with Campbell Gillard. Best news of all today, the sellout crowd here. Moses kicking high, and Carraz underneath it for Canterbury, and driven back. Well, there's something there for Canterbury to work with. It certainly hasn't been a, oh boy, it's for a wretched season. There's something to work on. The spirit of many moments. The end stats, they're going to have less than 40% of the ball today. So Nofa Hengawi came flying through. And the tackled inside opponent's 20 is so lopsided. 51 Parramatta, 15 Canterbury. In fact, they've had only 38 tackles inside Parramatta's half for the game. Parramatta's had 83 inside Canterbury. So some big differences in numbers. Offload count, 14-2 to Parramatta.
Well, as lopsided as we've seen it, Rossi.
That's just
the numbers presented today. Quick kick, good touch finder there from the Dogs.
Well, just to take away something here, finish with a try. By the way, the line break count is 3-3. There's one that they are level. Preston, I'm not singing and dancing about Parramatta's attack today. I don't think anyone would be.
They've had many sets inside the 20 that haven't added up to much, the Eels.
Now right across, Hutchison, Burden, touched by Russell, he got it back, well done. So Parramatta will finish with the ball. That was nicely done by Sean Russell. And they can go through the motions for the last seconds, knowing that all that work in the off-season, it started in November, get through the pre-season challenge, but today for real, 2 competition points at stake, and they knock over their arch rivals Canterbury in round number 1. And they're never going to complain about that. Full time at Combank Stadium, our first game on this Saturday on Fox League. Parramatta 26, Canterbury 8.